Ain't nothing worse than falling in love with a car, only to find it rusting away quicker than a wet fence post. But lucky for us, not all foreign cars are rot boxes. Some of them, well, they're tougher than a Georgia oak in a thunderstorm. So today we're counting down the top 10 foreign cars that just don't rust. Stick around, because you might just find your next daily driver or your forever ride. Number 10, BMW 5 Series E60. Now, don't get it twisted, BMWs ain't exactly known for being bulletproof. But the old E65 series, if it ain't been in a wreck, it's probably holding up pretty good. See, the whole front end's made out of aluminum. That stuff don't rust much on its own. But where it meets the steel parts, that's where you gotta keep an eye out. If previous owners cut corners on repairs, especially after a fender bender, that corrosion's gonna creep in like kudzu on a fence. But if it's been taken care of, even the oldest fives still look fresh off the showroom floor. Number 9, Opel Insignia. You know, Opel used to be the punchline of every rust joke this side of the Mississippi. But when they rolled out the Insignia, they cleaned up their act. This car's got real solid paintwork, and the underbody? Sealed up tighter than Grandma's peach preserves. Even with some minor scuffs or scratches, rust don't start blooming right away. And that's more than I can say for some so-called premium rides. Might see a little orange peeking around the door hinges, but overall, the Insignia's come a long, long way. Number 8, Toyota Camry 40 Series. Ain't the flashiest gal at the dance, but Lord is she reliable. Paint might be a little thin, door handles might fade like jeans on a Texas ranch. But when it comes to rust, Camry says, not today, Satan. You'll almost never see one with serious body corrosion. Even the frame and undercarriage hold up real nice, better than some fancy imports with twice the price tag. You keep it clean and out of the salt, this one will serve you till the cows come home. Number 7, BMW 1 Series E87. Now let's talk about the baby bimmer. The first Gen 1 Series might look small, but it's built like a tank. BMW didn't skimp on the rust-proofing. They slapped on good galvanizing, laid on some solid undercoating, and added plastic covers to shield the bits that matter. Sure, you might find some surface rust on the suspension brackets, maybe a little speck on the wheel arches. But for a car pushing 15 plus years, that's just character, y'all. Keep her clean, and she'll treat you right. Number 6, Lexus RX, 2nd Gen. Who doggy now we're talking. This here's one of the best built crossovers money could buy in its day. Doesn't matter if it came from Japan or Canada, Lexus made sure it was sealed up like Fort Knox. Even the older ones don't rust easy. Maybe a few chips on the hood if it's been whacked with road gravel for years. But it ain't spreading unless someone really neglected her. You might spot a spot or two around the windshield frame or roof edge, but I'll tell you, if you can find an RX that ain't been in a crash, you got yourself a keeper. Number 5, Volvo XC90, 1st generation. All right now, let's give the Swedes some credit. The XC90 is a tank in a tuxedo, made from thick steel, well painted, and loaded up with plastic panels where it counts. Only issue? Sometimes water gets trapped between the plastic and metal, like a swamp under a doormat. But if you catch it early and clean her regular, that rust don't stand a chance. Worst part's usually underneath, on the front subframe or those long frame rails. But overall, this one will laugh in the face of winter salt. Number 4, Mercedes S-Class W221. Now here's a real Southern gentleman in a tux. The W221 S-Class ain't just about looking good, it's built to last. Mercedes learned their lesson from the rusty W220 and went all out this time. Strong panels, careful paintwork, and a whole mess of aluminum bits that keep rust far, far away. Yeah, the chrome might dull a bit, and you might find a flake or two if someone skipped their car washes. But generally, this ride stays sharp, even with some years under its belt. Number 3, Volvo S80, 2nd generation. Volvo's been fighting rust longer than most brands have been alive. The S80 is built like a bank vault, with galvanized steel, proper paint, and attention to detail that make your Meemaw proud. Even after 10 to 15 years on the road, they don't flake, bubble, or peel. Sure, the chrome trims might look a little tired, but the body itself, rock solid. If you're hunting for a used ride that won't rust out from under you, the S80's a mighty fine place to start. Number 2, Audi A6, C6 generation. Audi don't mess around when it comes to anti-corrosion. The A6 from the mid-2000s came armored up. Even where other cars start rusting, like the fenders or arches, the Audi holds the line. Aluminum panels up front, strong paintwork, and reinforced underbody coatings. Just keep an eye out for cheap repairs. Some folks replace those aluminum parts with low-grade steel. That's when rust sneaks in. Stick to clean, well-kept examples and you'll have a classy, rust-resistant cruiser for years to come. Number 1. Porsche Cayenne, first generation. Now here's the big dog. You'd think a performance SUV like this would be too fancy to handle the grit, but you'd be wrong. That Cayenne's got thick, rubbery paint that don't chip easy. And under all that style, it's built tougher than a boot. Rust usually only shows up where plastic meets metal, like near the fenders or doors. And even then, it's rare. If it's never been wrecked and cleaned properly after off-roading, this Porsche will keep shining long after lesser cars have turned to dust. So there you have it, y'all. 10 foreign cars that fight rust like a possum fights a raccoon. If you're shopping used and want a ride that won't fall apart at the seams, keep these models in mind. And hey, if you've got one of these cars or know another that deserves a shout out, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for more down-home car talk. We've got more rankings, more stories, and more old-school wisdom coming your way real soon. Till next time, thank you for your attention and have a nice day.